Hello there everybody and welcome to the update video. As any person knows, anyone who makes YouTube videos and takes an absence from making proper videos is legally required to provide an update video if they are gone for X amount of time, where X is a number exceeding the duration that they're gone for. The video footage you're seeing on screen is just from me driving Creston Revamped. I couldn't think of anything else more specific to play. But I think it's important that I just try and provide an update explaining what's been going on. And even though I haven't been talkative about everything going on at the moment, I think I can just about scrounge up to explain my current predicament. So, in September, my sister died. I got the call whilst I was at work in my new job that I had, and my amazing boss I had sent me in a taxi to the hospital as fast as possible. And I got to see her one last time, and the thing is like, I'll obviously laugh every single time I see a demo man getting air blasted off the cliff at PL upwards, but this death is different. Obviously, it's my own sibling. I just couldn't think properly when I saw her at peace for the first time in more than 10 years. She died at 22 years old, and this was after we thought we were managing to get her on the right track. But no, it was a ruse. She tricked us. And she was even worse. On the way back home, amidst the crying, I just had no intention of leaving the house. I didn't want to leave the house, not even to go over across the road to the shops. I didn't want to go out on trips. I couldn't really speak to anybody. My best friend was in Strasbourg at the time, so it's not like he could have came. I can't even speak properly. It's not like he could have come down just to make sure I was alright. He could speak to me, obviously, through instant messaging, but that was about it. It damaged me. The death of my sister just had a huge impact on my worldview. And some people may be confused how this links to Train Simulator, though I can at least say that the reason why I didn't bring this up as soon as possible was because of Train Simulator. Because, well, not specifically the game itself, the player base around it. Considering I've seen people hurl death threats, and obviously we had the incident where, you know, people's faces were being plastered with porn because they don't like them. What the hell is wrong with some of these people? Adults, some of these people as well, by the way. I just didn't want to get any more stress, so I just took some time away from playing the game, made a post on Facebook on my Facebook page to say that I'm not going to be as active. And we had the funeral on the same week as my birthday, by the way. Shifted from the same day, but oh man. The thing is that my sister was so creative in terms of drawing and writing, and she had a whole world ahead of her. And what I really, really don't want happening is for me to end up in a similar situation. So I had a massive thought about what to do for the new year, and I came to the decision to not waste that much time in Train Simulator anymore. Yeah, I think it's justified, you know. The game itself has been getting worse, the developers have been getting worse, the community has been getting worse, and there's barely anything I find enjoyable in the game compared to a few years ago. So, yeah, why should I keep wasting my time? I don't know. I didn't have a firm answer all this time after her passing. However, a few months after, well, not really, no, I can't even speak probably. Sometime after the funeral, it did click to me of what I should do, which is, I'm going to get on to what I'm going to do in a second. But what I can say now is, well, what I can say is provide some answers to some additional questions that some people will be asking. And hopefully, so I don't break down in tears as well, because, yeah, my sister's gone. And it just put a huge halt to almost everything I was doing. Oh, crap. Oh, I've got to do this. Alright, so, questions. People are going to be asking. What's going to happen to the Train Sim News Show? The new show is, well, I'm going to just stop. That being said, I want to make one more episode, to the point where I've actually already recorded the majority of the footage for it. But, I don't know, I haven't got a date. January, if I haven't, gotten even more depressed. January is what I aim to finish it. It was going to be for Christmas, but then I said, stuff that ain't going to happen. So January. I need to record all the footage, reorganise a list, and then I'll be ready to have the final news show episode. Oh, I also need to finish off the thumbnail, which at the moment I'm kind of stuck on. I don't know what to put for the crosses. Don't worry, that makes more sense when you'll see the final version. Can you pass the news show on to somebody else? And the answer is no, because nobody shares the same opinions as me, and even if they did, why would I want to give it to somebody else? No. If you want to talk about Train Simulator, go ahead. Just put your own spin on it. Be original. The news show was already inspired by the YouTube Poop News Show, which itself was already inspired by... crap, I don't know. Something. Point still stands. It's best to be more original than just copy-paste everything you see. Alright, next question. No, I'm not going to be deleting Train Sim. I'm still going to have it on my hard drive. At most, I'm going to treat it like any other game and just play it every once in a while. That's the most sensible thing I can do. Speaking of Train Sim, what's going to happen on Question Revamped? Is the question a lot of people are probably eager to hear about. And I will simply get this out of the way. Question Revamped ain't going to get finished, but more importantly, it ain't going to get released. To say the route is broken would be the nicest thing I could say. If you've been paying attention to the visuals, you may notice already one of the bugs that Creston has, which is, I don't know, I don't even think it's even consistent, but with a lot of signals, the AWS ramp, well, I'm not even speaking about, the aspect will change. Well, the aspect will be the wrong aspect you see of the signal until you reach the AWS ramp. And it's not because there's an AI train in front. Notice that it always happens when this glitch does happen. When you reach an AWS ramp magnet. And there's nothing I can do about it outside of restarting, which that's not going to happen. And I just don't... The amount of hours I've put into this game... let me put this into perspective, okay? I have made a rough estimate that with all the time that I spent with my computer on, I have got an estimate that I've put approximately 20,000 hours into the game. Now, it doesn't show up on my Steam profile, which is good and bad because of how I've sorted out the game and, the configs and stuff, but no matter regarding that. But even at worst, okay, I'm not even to explain myself properly, but a low ball, 15,000 hours, and a high ball is 20 to 21 or 22,000 hours. Even if I was to spend half of that on Creston, I don't want to release it when I spent that much time and it doesn't work. It makes me no better than the other developers in this game. No, 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 no. And if I do release it, I'm gonna get a whole bunch of people pestering me through emails and stuff, and go, "Oh, Daniel, the route doesn't work. Help, please." So if I can avoid a situation like that happening, I will. Oh, I will. My sanity is more important than a train simulator route, no matter how good you think of it is. I'm sorry. I had some other ideas, such as trying to shrink it down, which didn't work, because the route is 200 miles long. Way too long, to be honest. And most of it is my fault. I just didn't have the ability to foresee my... Well, it's basically the entirety of Creston Revamped is a... Whilst as much much fun as I get from working on it, a lot of it is like the consequences of my own actions, like not noticing the track.bin error, which is causing these signals to cock up, not noticing how big the route is, not realising how much terrain I have to adjust, not realising how much scenery and the track details, and how much of a time sink the route is. Even goodness gracious me, if I adjust a single track linked object, or I update the speed limit, it takes about 4 to 5 minutes to save and another 4 to 5 minutes to load. So it doesn't take too long for that time to add up in a day if I'm working on it, and it's just driving me mad. No, I don't want to do that. Not anymore. I was willing to put up with it for a couple years, but now my life has changed so much, and I've got a revised mindset from the passing of my sister and Nier Automata. I don't think I can stomach any more of this. It's just too much. And it's a shame. It is a shame. And I can only apologise to Darren and everybody else who were looking forward to that. But I think most of you all agree that this is the sensible option to take. So, what am I going to be doing in the meantime? Instead of, well, making new show and train sim videos. Well, I'm still going to make the railway review videos. They've been enjoyable they've been really enjoyable. And the next couple ones have been planned out. The April Fool's one has been decided, but I need to record way more footage, which does involve me going back to the likes of Luton and Milton Keynes again. But, you know, most of the next ones have been planned. I just need to go out and get some more recording footage, which is a bit tricky, because railway fares cost an arm and a leg. One of the locations I need to go to is York, for example, but I haven't got York money, or more specifically York time, because it's winter time and that means daylight is a pain. So I'll need to work something out regarding that. At worst, I might have to wait until spring or summer, which I don't really mind if I have to do. I won't tell you when the next railway review is or what the next one is going to be. Be patient like the rest. But ignoring railway related videos, I actually have a new project I decided to start, which I'm really excited about. This was also one of the main factors to me to sort of throw the towel in for both Creston and Train Simulator. Earlier this year, albeit in its unrefined state, I came up with a new idea of a project I can work on, which for the purposes of discussion I'm now referring to as Project Dalford. I've told this to a few people in its basic state, and this is the first time I'm revealing it on YouTube like this, or on the internet full stop. But Project Dalvin is basically going to be a novel. I've finally gotten back into writing, and I love it. I love writing. It's so much fun. And throughout 2022, I want to sit down and work on the novel as much as possible. I want to succeed with it and publish it maybe a hardback and digital. I don't know. We'll decide on that part when we get to that bridge. But I'm really excited because not a day has gone by since I properly started working on this version since June, where I've not been thinking about ideas for the novel. And it's so fun. I actually managed to reach 10,000 words on the draft already, and sure, I've got to rewrite a bit of it since I now got a definitive start, middle, and end. But oh man, I'm so excited! It's so nice to be able to look at something and wake up and go, wow, this is so fun. Or how can I do this idea? I know, I can do this, I can do that, I can do. It's been so fun. It's the first thing I've been working on for a while that has just got me ecstatic. In fact, my trip to the Netherlands that I took in November helped give me some extra inspiration, because a fight scene that I was going to have that took place in Maastricht, I've had to move. Well, now, thanks to my trip, I've now decided it will be a better idea to move it somewhere else. But yeah, that's kind of my thing at the moment. I want to work as much as possible on this new project, and hopefully work towards something that I can be really proud of. And if my sister was alive, she'd be proud to see it as well. She was writing a novel and drawing characters for it too. Just yeah. I'll reveal more details of what Project Alvin is and what it's about, or the genre and stuff in the future. But there's actually a way you, the viewer, will be able to help me if you stay tuned in the future. In this, hopefully in January, February at worst, I'm going to be posting a freelance job application. Actually, I don't know if that's the right way to word it. It's like a freelance. Yeah, it's basically being able to work on freelance to help me design the characters, because I can't draw to save my life, and I really need some help drawing and I really need some help drawing some of the characters. So, if you are an artist, you're okay with drawing not safe for work stuff, specifically non-sexual nudity, though trust me, this makes sense with context. And you're over 18, again for reason 2, and you want to earn some free money, then stay tuned on this channel, because I'll hopefully post the advert for it sometime in the month. I just need to work out budget and stuff, and what I want to definitely get drawn, but we'll give more details later. Oh, you must be okay with drawing furry-ish characters, like cartoons. Think of it like I don't know, I can't think of anything on the top of my head. Just a character. You must be able to draw, okay? There. Problem solved. So, there we go. That's sort of what I have planned for next year. I might provide a written version of this as well, just so people don't have to sit down and watch the entire video and hear me sulking. But, yeah, I just want to get my life back on track, man. It's been too long. I've made so many cock-ups in my life. In year 7, instead of taking up French, I took up Spanish just so I could stay with friends in a group, even though I had no knowledge of Spanish, and my Spanish has not been retained because I didn't bother learning it much. In year 10 and 11, I used to love using the rowing machine and playing badminton in school. I used to be amazing at it, but nah, I haven't done any working out like that in ages. I miss cycling on my bike. I miss the opportunity of... when I was in college, I didn't take up photography, and even though I was just starting to get into it, I should have. I really should have done that, man. But I've wasted so much of my life. And Train Sim has been a minor sort of reason as to that. but I don't want it to waste that much more. I want to progress further. And if it means having to ditch Creston or train some new show, so be it, because I want to do something that I can be proud of, and Project Dalvin has made me proud. If you have any other questions you want to ask me, you're more than willing to do so about it. About, well, you know, just please be careful. Please be just please take care of yourselves, all right? And have a nice year. And I hope you had a good Christmas as well. I'll speak to you guys next time. Goodbye.